Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood before your closet, looked at your reflection, and thought, why does this color make me look tired? You're not alone. As we age, our skin changes in ways even our favorite colors don't always understand. But here's the good news. You don't need to be a fashion expert to bring back that spark. Sometimes it just takes one color shift to feel like yourself again. There's something powerful about this stage in life. You've lived, you've learned, you've grown through joy, heartache, and everything in between. But let's face it, most fashion advice out there is not made for women over 60. It tells you what not to wear, what to cover up, or how to look younger. But here's a different idea. What if you didn't need to hide or shrink? What if you simply wore colors that make you feel like the woman you become? Confident, calm, and full of life. This isn't about trends. It's about presence. It's about showing up for yourself with grace and wearing what truly reflects your spirit. And that starts with color. Let's be honest. As we get older, our skin changes in ways we didn't expect. The glow fades a bit. Our favorite colors start to feel off. One day, you put on that bright red or stark white shirt, and instead of looking refreshed, you look tired. Or worse, invisible. And it is not just about color. It is about how we feel in those clothes. Sometimes, it feels like fashion forgot us. But here is the truth. You do not need a complete style overhaul. You just need a new lens. A way to see color as a tool, not just to dress, but to express. And that shift, it can change everything. Let's talk about soft rose pink. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Pink? Isn't that a little too girly? But hold on. I'm not talking about neon pink or bubblegum from the 80s. I mean soft rose pink, the kind that has a gentle glow to it. The kind that looks like the natural flush you used to have after a brisk walk or a good laugh. It is subtle, it is classy, and for women over 60, it is surprisingly powerful. See, as we age, our skin loses some of its natural color. That healthy, rosy tone fades, and the result can be a complexion that looks a little dull. But soft rose pink steps in and brings that warmth back. It adds life near the face, where it counts most. It is like blush without the makeup. And if you have silver, white, or salt and pepper hair, this color was made for you. It blends beautifully, softening the contrast between skin and hair. Instead of your outfit overpowering your features, soft rose pink supports them. It creates harmony. It gently lifts. Think about adding it through a lightweight scarf, a blouse, or a soft knit sweater. These are not bold, shouty pieces. They're simple, thoughtful touches that bring balance to your overall look. Even subtle accessories, a rose-tone necklace or earrings, can work magic. But beyond the visual effect, there is something emotional about this color. Color psychology tells us that rose pink is associated with warmth, kindness, and approachability. So not only do you look more refreshed, but you also come across as more open, calm, and graceful. And who doesn't want that? I remember a woman I spoke with at a local event. She had not worn pink in years, thought it made her look childish. But she tried a rose pink cardigan one day. Nothing fancy, just a soft cotton blend. The compliments she got were immediate. You look rested. Did you get a facial? You're glowing. And the best part? She felt it too. She said, I forgot how good I feel in this color. That moment stayed with me. Here is another tip. Look for rose tones that lean toward blush, dusty rose, or even muted mauve. Avoid anything too bright or too cool. The softer and warmer the tone, the better it works with mature skin. And pay attention to fabrics. Cotton, silk, cashmere. These make rose pink look refined. Shiny or synthetic textures can cheapen the look and overpower its softness. Start small if you are unsure. Maybe a scarf or a soft pair of earrings. See how it feels. You might be surprised by how many people notice. More importantly, you will notice. When you glance in the mirror and see a touch of color that makes your skin glow again, that is a quiet kind of confidence. And that is what soft rose pink offers. Not noise, not flash, just beauty gently reintroduced. It is amazing how one color, when chosen well, can change the way you feel about your entire look. Soft rose pink may not seem like a big deal, but once it's part of your rotation, you will wonder why you ever avoided it. Now let's talk about a color that often gets overlooked: warm ivory. Most people think white is the ultimate clean, classic color. But here's the truth. Pure white can be tough after a certain age. It reflects light harshly. It exaggerates shadows, highlights fine lines, and makes uneven skin tones stand out more than they should. The effect? You end up looking more tired than you feel. That is where warm ivory comes in. Warm ivory, or soft cream, is like white's gentler cousin. It reflects light softly, like candlelight on the skin. It smooths things out instead of sharpening them. It flatters every skin tone, from fair to deep, and works especially well with mature skin because it creates a subtle glow. One of the reasons warm ivory works so well is that it does not compete with your features. It lets your eyes, your smile, your jewelry, even your hair shine. Whether your hair is silver, salt and pepper, or still dark and rich, ivory complements it instead of clashing. And let us talk about outfits. An ivory blouse under a soft cardigan, a cream trench coat on a breezy day, or a pair of ivory trousers paired with blush or soft olive. These are not flashy looks, but they are timeless, understated, effortlessly elegant. You can dress it up or down. Gold jewelry pops against it. Pearls feel right at home. Even silver pieces look more polished next to ivory than they do against pure white. And it is a color that works all year round. Light in the summer, cozy in the winter. I once met a woman in her 70s who said she had not worn white in years because it made her feel washed out. She tried on a warm ivory blouse with a delicate neckline and immediately saw the difference. Her face looked brighter. Her eyes looked softer. She looked, quite frankly, more alive. And all we did was switch from bright white to soft ivory. Here is a small styling tip. When choosing ivory, pay attention to the fabric. Natural fibers like linen, silk, cashmere, and soft cotton elevate the look. Avoid anything too shiny or synthetic. The right texture makes ivory glow without looking flat. Another benefit? Ivory is incredibly versatile. It serves as a perfect base layer for other flattering tones like rose pink, soft blue, plum, or olive green. You can layer it, build on it, and make it the foundation of your wardrobe. So if you have been avoiding white because it just does not feel right anymore, try warm ivory instead. It is quiet, but makes a statement. It is soft, but it holds its own, and it may be just the refresh your wardrobe needs. Warm ivory is not about playing it safe. It is about choosing what works with you, not against you. And when you feel comfortable and confident in your clothes, it shows. That is what makes warm ivory such a powerful choice. It is not trying to impress. It simply supports your natural beauty. Soft blue. Just saying it feels calm, doesn't it? It is the kind of color that reminds you of a quiet morning sky or the soft waves of a peaceful beach. And the feeling does it give? That calm, that clarity, it translates beautifully when you wear it. Especially after 60, when your skin changes and certain colors start to work against you. Soft blue steps in and says, "I've got you." Let's start with what it does for your complexion. As we age, we often deal with redness, uneven skin tone, or a general lack of brightness. Soft blue is like a visual filter. It cools the appearance of redness and makes your skin look smoother and more even without adding anything to it. You put it on, and suddenly your skin looks clearer, brighter, fresher. And let's not forget the eyes. If you have blue, gray, or green eyes, soft blue makes them sparkle. It pulls out those tones and adds life to your entire face. Even brown eyes benefit. The contrast is gentle and striking in the best way. Now, how can you wear it? A light blue blouse with cream pants. A chambray shirt layered under a cardigan. A soft blue scarf wrapped gently around the neck. These are easy pieces that bring in beauty without drama. Soft blue pairs well with so many other tones. Ivory, blush, pink, camel, even soft gray. And because it's not overpowering, you can layer it or use it as a base to build a calm and elegant look. I once saw a woman wearing a simple powder blue wrap dress at a spring brunch. She wasn't trying to steal the show, but everyone noticed her. There was something peaceful about her presence, something bright and fresh. That is the power of soft blue. It doesn't scream. It whispers, and people lean in to listen. Here is a tip. Look for fabrics that flow. Cotton, linen, silk, or soft jersey knit. These textures help the color breathe. They make it feel light and effortless. Try to avoid stiff materials or anything overly shiny. You want that relaxed softness to come through in both the color and the fabric. And if you're someone who has lived in navy, charcoal, or black for years, soft blue might feel like a risk. But give it a chance. It is softer than navy, less heavy than black, and far more uplifting than gray. It gives you structure without the weight. Soft blue is more than just pretty. It is peaceful. It is polished. It is present. Wearing soft blue says you are grounded. You are calm, and you are confident. And sometimes that is exactly the kind of energy we need to bring into the room. If you're not ready to commit fully, start with a soft blue accessory. A scarf, a bracelet, even a pale blue pendant. Just something small that adds that quiet sense of calm to your outfit and to your day. Let's dive into a color that often gets underestimated. Rich plum. Now, I know when people think of a plum, they might picture something too bold or too dramatic. But rich plum, when done right, is neither of those things. It is elegant. It is warm. And for mature skin, it is incredibly flattering. Unlike black, which can feel a little harsh as we age, plum brings depth without washing you out. Here is the beauty of the plum. It has the strength of a dark neutral, like navy or charcoal, but it also carries warmth. That warmth is what makes your skin glow and your eyes pop. Especially if you have hazel, green, or brown eyes, plum brings out that sparkle. And if your hair is silver, salt and pepper, or even golden blonde, this color harmonizes beautifully. I remember meeting a woman who was always loyal to black people. It was her safety net, her go-to for every occasion. But she said she started to feel invisible in it. One day, she tried on a plum sweater, not bright, not loud, just soft and rich, and her whole expression changed. Her eyes lifted, her cheeks looked rosier, and people noticed. Not the sweater, but her. That's what plum can do. Think of adding it in layers. A soft plum cardigan over a cream blouse. A deep plum scarf with gold earrings. Even a velvet dress in plum for the holidays feels elevated without being overwhelming. And you do not need to commit to a full outfit. Even touches of plum in your accessories, like a handbag, a belt, or a beaded necklace, can create that sophisticated vibe. Plum also works wonders in makeup. A plum tone lipstick or nail polish adds just the right amount of color without being too bright. It's a mature way to wear color with confidence. When choosing your plum, stay in the range of mulberry, deep wine, eggplant, or dusty plum. These tones are rich and flattering. Try to avoid anything that leans too purple or looks artificial. You're going for elegance, not cartoonish. Now, let's talk about texture. Plum shines in fabrics with depth. Think cashmere, jersey knit, crepe, or velvet. These materials hold the color in a way that adds richness. And that richness brings your whole outfit to life. Color psychology tells us that plum is associated with creativity, wisdom, and dignity. It is the color of queens, after all. When you wear it, you are telling the world, I know who I am. I've earned my presence. And that kind of message, that is powerful. So if you have been defaulting to black, but feeling like it no longer serves you, give plum a try. Let it take up space in your closet. Let it take up space in your confidence. Because rich plum is not just a color, it is a quiet kind of boldness. Sometimes, the smallest shift in color can create the biggest change in how we feel about ourselves. That is what rich plum does. It invites strength, it reflects grace, and it helps you stand out beautifully, naturally, and with purpose. Soft olive green. Now this one might surprise you. It is not the first color most people think of when they want to look refreshed or radiant. Some women avoid it, thinking it is too dull, too earthy, or too close to military green. But soft olive, when chosen in the right tone and fabric, is one of the most flattering, versatile colors you can wear after 60. Why? Because it grounds you. It brings warmth without being loud, and it adds a touch of nature's calm to your look. As we age, our skin can lose that inner glow, that softness that used to come so naturally. Soft olive green helps bring that back, not by covering up, but by enhancing what is already there. Here is something else. Olive is incredibly forgiving. It does not highlight wrinkles or shadows. It blends in gently, supporting your features instead of competing with them. And when you pair it with ivory, rose pink, or even navy, it creates an elegant, mature palette that feels balanced and complete. Now, how do you wear it? Start simple. A linen blouse in olive paired with cream trousers is a perfect everyday outfit. Add a soft scarf, a brown leather belt, or simple jewelry, and you're good to go. If you like jackets, a utility style or cotton trench in olive is a smart choice. It adds structure, but still feels approachable and relaxed. One woman told me she never thought olive green would work for her. She had fair skin and gray hair and assumed it would wash her out. But she tried a soft olive cardigan layered over a light beige top, and she said it made her feel centered. Her words, not mine. And that is exactly what this color does. It centers you. It connects you to something grounded, something steady. Another bonus? Olive green looks great in casual settings, but it can be elevated, too. A midi dress in muted olive with nude heels and a gold bracelet? That is an outfit that works just as well for lunch with friends as it does for a special event. And if dresses are not your thing, try olive green and accessories. A handbag, a pair of flats, even a silk scarf with olive tones can bring depth and sophistication. Look for fabrics that reflect the color's natural vibe. Cotton, linen, brushed wool, or textured knits work beautifully. Avoid shiny or synthetic materials. They take away from the organic elegance of olive. Olive green also has a subtle emotional message. It suggests peace, stability, and quiet strength. When you wear it, you come across as calm and collected. And that is a beautiful thing to project, especially in a world that often feels too loud. So if you have never given soft olive green a chance, maybe now is the time. It might just become your favorite neutral. Not flashy, not fussy, just real, refined, and quietly beautiful. Here is what really matters. When you wear the right color, it is not just about how you look, it is about how you feel. You stand taller. You smile more. You walk into the room with a quiet confidence that comes from within. These colors are not magic tricks. They are reminders of your beauty, your wisdom, and your presence. They say, I am here. I am vibrant. I still shine. And people notice, not just the outfit, but the energy you carry. That glow is not just in your clothes. It is in your eyes, your voice, your posture, and yes, The right color helps bring that all to the surface. So here is the takeaway. These 5 colors, soft rose pink, warm ivory, soft blue, rich plum, and soft olive green, are more than just flattering. They are affirmations. They remind you that beauty evolves, that with each season of life, you gain more presence, more grace, and more depth. You do not need a closet full of new clothes. You just need a few pieces that reflect who you are now. Pieces that light you up when you put them on. The right color can shift your whole mood. It can help you feel more at ease in your skin. And when you feel good, you carry yourself differently. People feel that. And you do too. You are not trying to look younger. You are choosing to look alive, confident, and fully present. That is the real glow. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 colors spoke to you the most? Have you tried any of them, or is there one you're excited to explore? Drop a comment and let me know. And if this video gave you even one helpful idea, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and share it with someone who deserves to feel radiant too. Because we all deserve to glow at every age.